get rolling. You ready?
Yep, all set.
Okay, it's May 18th, 2021, 7:32. Going to call the regular meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission to order. Members present: Doug Roberts, Bob Shabbat, Lori Semperbon, and John Tiens.
So Walter, should you be officially seating me for someone when I know there's always somebody absent and I'm
You're
always
still,
seated.
I forget you're an alternate, Lori.
Yeah,
We will seat Lori Semperbon for Andy Marco.
if he
Yes.
shows up.
You're right. We should be seating an alternate, but kind of forgot you were an alternate.
Yeah, that's okay, because I don't think there's ever been a meeting where I haven't voted because we always have somebody missing.
We're always down someone. So, okay, very good. All right. No applications to be received on the agenda. No public hearings on the agenda. Item E, new business. Item A, 8-24 referral. Purchase of 16 AC parcel on Mason Road, known as Map 1, Lot 9-01 from the estate of Daniel Talmadge. We haven't done one of these in a while. All right, anyone here to speak on that?
Well, my name is Kathy Demers and I'm from the Conservation Commission, and I believe Peter Anderson's also on this call. I see him. Peter wants to chime in. The Conservation Commission is going to be working with the current landowners, the family of Daniel Talmadge, to purchase the property. We're just waiting for the state of Connecticut deep grant round to be announced. We haven't signed any purchase and sales agreement yet, but we've gone through Board of Finance and Board of Selectmen. We have their support, and they have the money for the purchase already put into the capital improvement plan. And according to section 8-24 of the Connecticut General Statutes, Planning and Zoning also has to recommend to the town that the purchase would be in line with the Plan of Conservation and Development. So we wanted to let you know that the Conservation Commission feels this is a high priority piece for the town to purchase and conserve as open space for a variety of reasons. One of the reasons is that the 16-acre parcel is contiguous with several other open space parcels the town currently owns, including the Knowlton Preserve and the Talmadge Tract, which is part of the original property. It's also contiguous with the Moss Forest Tract from Yukon. So if we add on the 16 acres, the total amount of open space in that area would be 602 acres. The parcel that we're looking to purchase lies directly over one of the aquifers in town. And so this would also help protect that aquifer. And also it's part of the Fenton River watershed area. And so again, preserving land in the watershed's important for water quality. So for all these reasons, we feel that this would be a good purchase, and we hope that Planning and Zoning would support it.
Very good. Will this be eventually, if the purchase does go through, will this be open to the public for hiking or anything like that?
Yes, definitely. That's one of the requirements for deep open space grants. It has to be available and open to the public, and we would probably connect some of the current trails. We probably would add in another trail on this property to connect with the trails on the Knowlton and the Talmadge.
Yeah, I saw the maps today. I see the hiking trails are nearby, but not on this, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Any,
may I ask a question?
Lori?
Mike, do you see that their suggested motion makes sense?
Yeah. The one that they
Okay.
provided in their in the letter that they sent as part of the packet.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want me to move, Walter?
I want to see if there's any other comments first.
Okay.
On it. Anyone else out there want to speak on this? Any questions from the commission? That's pretty straightforward. If you'd like to make a motion, Lori, feel free.
All right, I move pursuant to section 8-24 of the Connecticut General Statutes. The Willinton Planning and Zoning Commission recommends that the town of Willinton acquire the 16 and 1700ths acre Talmadge Estate property, map 1, lot 9-01, with frontage on Mason Road for public open space conservation purposes. Such land is contiguous with other preserved open space in town and offers multiple resource values, including water supply and watershed protection, forest preservation, climate resiliency, wildlife habitat, and passive recreation, providing no deed restriction limiting the following or encumbrances are placed on the property: forest management practices, wildlife management practices, or invasive species management practices. This acquisition is in compliance with the town's plan of conservation and development 2018-2028.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good. Good luck with the purchase, Kathy.
Hey, thank you for your support.
Thank you very much for your support, and we can check this off as one step, and we'll wait and see if the state grant comes through and move on.
Very good. Good luck.
Terrific, thanks.
All right, so we have no unfinished business tonight. Item G, approval of minutes of April 20th, 2021.
But I just asked for clarification.
Go ahead.
I think I'm reading this right on page 2. After F, where we talked about the open space, and it says L. Semperbon and J. Tahan opposed, motion passed. And then it says L. Semperbon made a motion to approve. And I assume all the stuff after that is what that motion is, right? That's how it's set up. It was a little confusing to me. It looks like there's a motion in the middle of nowhere, but I think that's me saying made a motion to approve the following. Is that
You're on
correct?
Page 2.
Yes. Right in front of application PZ 21-11.
Yeah.
I
So
think that's saying, so maybe we can just add to approve the following with a colon to make sure, because I thought it was part of the previous thing and I was confused. So if we could just add that just for clarification purposes, maybe I'm the only one, but I just thought it was a little, for me, I just didn't read it right the first time.
No, when I read it, I was a little confused until I thought about it a minute. I knew that you and John had opposed and the rest of us voted yes. That was clear.
yeah, so we can just,
Yeah.
I mean, when we try to show it next time, obviously we could just remove the line break. So it will just say motion to approve and then run right into application PZ 2111 rather than having that return to a new line. I think that's why it's confusing.
Or just the following,
Okay,
clear, that's either one.
okey doke.
And by the way, I did close out the Circle Associates account and sent off the check, cashier's check to the Circle Associates. I haven't heard anything from them, but I just mailed it off right after our last meeting. I assume that should be closed then, but just thought I'd let the commission know.
Okay, very good. All right, so we want to hold the minutes until the next meeting to approve them,
No,
or we want to do it tonight?
I move that we approve the minutes of April 20th.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, correspondence, A, HEAL Virtual Workshop, EHHD.
So this is just something that Eastern Highlands Health District, they reached out to Ashley and she can jump in if I butcher the explanation. But they're running a workshop on healthy living, and it's going to be a couple of online sessions at night. I think it's 5 in total. And so they're just asking to get the word out to commissioners or residents or just anybody who might be interested. And we said we would pass it along to the commissioners. So I think it's 15 to 20-minute sessions. And I think it's each week they're on, I think Sundays or Mondays.
No, that's when they send out the link. It's actually,
Oh.
you do it anytime during the week,
Okay,
because I signed up for it.
all right, so if I can send the Survey Monkey link if you're interested in more information. I think HEAL stands for Health, Eating, and Active Living, I think.
Healthy, yeah. Yeah, my husband and I signed up to do it and he did the first session. He said it took him 5 minutes. So it's 5 minutes once a week for 4 weeks. And it's helping them get feedback from the community. A friend of ours is involved and she called because she knew we were dealing with chickens. And that's what made her think that maybe some of us would be good ones to, because it's, it's about people having access to whatever, food, recreation, things like that. And we're involved in a lot of that kind of stuff. So it seems a pretty minimal commitment if people are interested in participating.
Okay, was there any more on that, Mike?
No, we just wanted to get everybody into the loop. So if anybody's interested, I can forward on
Okay.
the link. Just let me know.
Okay. All right, item I, public comment. The commission will hear brief comments at this time from anyone wishing to speak. No business can be conducted here, nor can any comments be made about any items on the agenda. Do we have anyone from the public have anything to say this evening? Yes, no?
I don't see anybody on my side.
Okay, I don't either.
Hey, Mike, can you just put that link maybe in the minutes? So if somebody looks at the minutes, then they can access that link to the healthy, whatever it is, the Eastern Highland thing.
Ashley, can you just grab that when you do the minutes from the, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, staff report discussion. A, endorsement of approved Mylars.
So this is just a quick, I just wanted to kind of go over it. We have a couple of different things that have been approved recently, through the last, basically through COVID, that have resulted in Mylars. And obviously the standard process is they go to the meeting and then they get reviewed and signed, but there's no meeting. And I just didn't know, and this is probably more of a question for Walter, how you wanted to handle it in the interim. I can certainly send you digital copies and sign on your behalf, or review them on my own, or I can, we can coordinate, but I didn't want things to kind of pile up. And it looks like what we're seeing is that tomorrow executive orders for virtual meetings are going to be extended through the end of the fiscal year to allow the legislature to deal with all of the bills that perhaps will address hybrid meetings and to give town some time to plan. So we've got about another 6 weeks minimum of the virtual.
Okay, so I had signed a bunch of them when I had some business at the town hall. I did it out in the parking lot when the town clerk brought them out, but I don't mind doing them electronically. I don't mind doing them in person, whatever works better.
If so,
You guys.
you can come into the building now, so I just wasn't sure, but if you want to just make arrangements to come in anytime we're open, we can.
So what time, you guys still open till 8 on Monday?
7:30.
7:30, I'll come in Monday.
Okay, perfect.
And I just need, you're gonna tell them I'm coming and.
Yep, they're already ready to go. So you just come to the door, they'll let you in and you can sign them.
All right, I'll do that.
And all right. And so the next one I have is Love's update. Just, I think we'll probably leave this on as just a standing item because we're getting to the point where things are starting to move. We sent out, I don't even know how, I think I said 8 or 10 copies of the RFP to anyone that we knew of that offered these construction oversight services, posted it online, posted in the paper, everything. So we're going through now and reviewing the bids. So Public Works, myself, building, Erica's office, and we've also sent it to Jacobson, our engineer. We asked him to bid, but they chose not to. They didn't have the horsepower, so he's now going to review it on behalf of the town and we'll be going through the process of probably coming up with a short list to do interviews. Potentially, we've got to look at the requirements from planning and zoning. We also have the wetlands requirements, and then there are some things that the state requires that the clerk review as well. I spoke with the construction manager for Love's last week, and they've elected actually not to bid this job, and they've selected a contractor directly that's done some of the more complex projects. So hopefully we'll have someone who's very reputable. They're looking to get started probably in 3 to 4 weeks. Permits have been applied for and are in the process of being reviewed. So we'll work out the scope of exactly how involved the clerk will be based on the various checkpoints that are required through our approvals. So there may be some weeks they're there all day, every day, and then there may be some weeks where they are there every other day, simply depending on the sequencing. Howard and Sage is working on the legal agreement between the two. And so we'll move forward with that. And I guess just for the purposes of the recording, this is to be paid for by Love's. So we will be invoiced by the clerk who will work for us. We will then pass that cost on to Love's directly, and there will be no out-of-pocket expense to the town.
Okay.
Mike, how many proposals did you receive?
So we received 3 viable proposals. We have BL, Colliers, and CHA. We can't use Fuss because Fuss did their design. And then we sent it out to I pretty much anybody that had a firm that did stormwater, septic, all of the various things that we required and had enough staff, we sent it to. But some of the smaller firms are really swamped. I know some of the smaller, there's a firm in Holland that they're 7 weeks out on any job. So they just don't have, they're just so busy that they just couldn't take something on that perhaps would pull someone away for 5 months.
Okay, any other questions on that? That does look like it's getting closer to becoming a reality. It's been a long road, so
It sure has.
that's for sure. Okay, item K, adjournment. So it is 7:49 p.m. Meeting adjourned. Thank you,
Great.
everyone.
All right, good night.